Hello.
What's up?
Hi. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing really good.
I'm doing good. Yeah.
We're good tonight. We're going to talk about anxiety.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm ready for it.
I don't have any. So
Yeah, I don't either.
Uh,
Hard to relate
I
when
don't
you're not
really
a
identify
sufferer.
with that.
This is going
Yeah.
to shock you.
life is good.
This is
going
to shock you. I think I may have that. I know.
Why? Why would you think that?
You know what? I started looking at the signs, and it was like a checklist of what happens to me. And go, I think I may have this.
Well, what are the symptoms of anxiety?
Bad sleep.
Number one.
Constantly nervous.
Okay, that's number two.
I mean, this is what I'm just coming off the top of my head. But whatever you think, if you
I believe stomach problems and diarrhea.
is that on
That'll
the
do
list?
it.
Yeah, that's totally stress
Upset
related.
stomach.
You, how have your BMs been?
So
lately?
good, dude. Those
How
are
has
top
everyone's
notch.
shit's been? Let's just
Top
get
notch.
right into it. Let's not even.
Can you
by the
say-
way, I could say it. Yeah, first 5 seconds, bitch, shit.
He's allowed.
I could say those two words all I want. Go ahead.
If you looked at the things for anxiety, I just thought like, oh, this just describes me. That's all. I just thought that.
I
Oh,
think,
okay.
But I'm working on it.
I think anxiety. I mean, I may get a little bit of trouble saying this. I think anxiety is made up and made up by big pharma.
Yeah, and overrated.
Yeah, and overrated. Everyone's like
CBD.
thinks
Yeah.
it's cool.
Not only did they
It's
make
not.
it up, but then they sold it.
They hyped it up
They
like
hyped it
the
up
Force
it was,
Awakens over
yeah,
here.
it was like, let's make up this thing and then convince everybody they have it.
No, I think everyone is perfect.
The way
And
you are.
then Big Pharma showed up and said, "No,
yeah.
you're not."
Perfect the way God made
Tylenol.
you.
I
Perfect
know
the way
this
Jesus
is a
made
bit,
you.
but you're gonna get some emails.
Well,
about what
we're
you
not
said.
done with
I was kidding.
whatever the bit is. We're not done.
Okay.
You're perfect the way Jesus made you.
Yeah.
You're perfect the way God made you.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
these satanic corporations
Yeah,
want to take prayer out of school.
Yeah,
Look what happened. Now everybody has anxiety. Well,
You know what
Yep.
gives you anxiety? Caffeine. And you know who makes caffeine? Monster Energy drink. And you know what happens when you drink Monster Energy drink? You turn it upside down.
exactly.
Oh,
I'm just
And-
saying maybe
Yeah.
there's
You
Six
cannot
and the
deny
devil
that it is a
laughs.
cross. And what happens when you drink it?
Go ahead.
Bottoms up, and the devil laughs. These are the things that Satan is putting all around us all the time.
yeah.
I'm so tired of that Satan guy putting stuff
Satan-
around
yeah.
us.
And
Yeah.
Satan is
He
he's
legalized
in your
cannabis.
Xbox.
Yep.
He's in your HBO Plus.
HBO 666.
That's
what channel it is.
They're letting a little bit of Satan into Disney Plus, I noticed.
Yeah.
Because they're putting a little Halloween section there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
With movies like
Uh-oh.
Halloweentown, Halloweentown 2.
Yeah, where's that come from?
Return to Halloweentown.
Oh my God.
You want to go back there?
I'm sorry.
And the
Escape?
Halloweentown reboot. I mean, what? Let the devil take a break.
And let's talk about unholy witchcraft. There's a new movie that just came out on there. I guess is brand new. I guess is Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
oh, the Hocus
disgusting.
Pocus reboot. Don't even get me started.
Oh no, I
on
meant
it.
the old one.
Well, I'm talking about the new one
There's a new one?
because it's better than the original.
There's a new Charmed,
They
but
got
not a new Hocus
They
Pocus.
got
Is there?
all the same ladies to come back.
Oh,
Beth,
that's what it was.
Did they really?
Sarah Jessica Parker comes back.
Margaret
I don't-
Cho.
Yeah,
Who
but-
else is in it?
Yeah, Margaret Cho's there. She replaced the other one.
Hocus Pocus
It's a whole woke
is
thing now.
not
It's
a
called
good movie.
Hocus Pocus. Now.
I don't.
Sorry, I was so
All
upset
recast.
that I was speaking in tongues there for a second. I remember the day. I've said this a million times, but I remember when Hocus Pocus came out.
Yeah.
Everyone at my school was like, "What a piece of shit that was!" Like, none of my friends liked it. It was like, dude, I heard it sucked. And then I remember on the news they were like, "Whoa, everyone saw a stinking turd this weekend. Hocus Pocus flopped." And then like a decade went by, and it was like everyone around
Up
said
until
it
like
was
a
a
couple
classic.
years ago.
think
And
I
I'm
was
not I'm not
Yeah.
dogging on it. There's some stupid shit movies that I love from my childhood, so I'm not pointing a finger, but it was
I like
crazy
Hocus
to see
Pocus.
that.
I
It's
saw it when I was
goofy.
like 8 years old, and it was amazing.
No,
That's interesting.
I didn't like it when I was young.
I didn't
don't like
see it when I
now.
was a kid, so I had no opinion, but my friends were all like,
That was the first
Mad about
movie.
it.
I'm pretty sure that's the first movie I heard where they just shout "bitch." Don't they say "bitch"? In that
Yeah, I
movie?
think so.
yeah, I think
They-
so.
Sarah Jessica
The
has
zombie
that
like
line, yeah.
has his mouth sewn shut, and then he cuts it open, and he's like,
Yeah.
Fuck off, bitch.
Yep.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
classic
That's
line.
what he said.
Classic
The
zombie.
classic line.
Got Kevin on
Oh,
that one.
bitch. Hocus Pocus, bitch.
I never watched
That
it as
would
a
have been
kid.
good. That would have been good. No, I have no stake in Hocus Pocus, but it is
You don't?
interesting
Oh, okay.
because now they really, I burned at the stake, but no, but they embrace it so much now, and they have it at their parks during Halloween, and they show stuff from it. It's just funny how much that turned around. It was very negative the week it came
The
out.
reboot's gonna suck.
I
And
don't think
everyone's-
it's a reboot. I think it's a straight follow-up.
The sequel's gonna suck, and everyone's gonna be so
Not
shocked.
true.
But it's like the first one sucks.
They couldn't get Bette Midler to come back, but they got Meryl Streep.
Good.
Oh,
gonna be
she
even
could
better.
play a
Oh,
great
downgrade.
bet.
I did go. I shouldn't be admitting this. I did go into the Halloween section of Disney Plus. I
went there?
did. Yes, I sinned.
Wow.
I watched Muppets Haunted Mansion.
What is that?
Well, I'm trying to expand Movie Club a little bit. You know, we bring a lot of different movies
Yeah.
to the table, and I wanted to bring a lot more Criterion type stuff to the table. So I checked out Muppets Haunted Mansion.
Is this new or is this an old
It's
thing?
brand new. It just
Brand
came
new,
out.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Muppets.
I think it's rated Y7.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Y7.
Maybe
I
too
think it's just-
spooky for
I think it's-
viewers under 7.
I think it's Y3 plus, but I don't know what that means. I thought it was 30 plus, but I got mixed up. But anyway, the Muppet.
How was it? Was it
The Muppets
educational?
go to the Haunted Mansion. That's the gist of it. I don't know
Okay.
if you
now is
had
this
heard that,
a
but
direct sequel to the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion? Is Eddie Murphy still in the Haunted Mansion?
they
And the Muppets gotta
retconned the shit out of Eddie Murphy. He is no
Oh.
longer involved in it.
Okay.
However,
Shrek Donkey there?
no.
Shrek.
And it's
I'm a go.
Pluto Nash there? No.
yeah, Pluto Nash showed up. If you name enough Eddie Murphy things, you'll eventually. Oh, the guy from Coming to America,
Oh, yeah.
he shows up.
Nutty Professor?
They got the rights.
The
to him.
clumps do make an appearance. No, I did. It was. I did enjoy it because it was really in the weeds on like the ride.
Was it funny?
It was. I thought it was funny.
Can-
It was cute and funny. Okay, I'll say it.
Okay.
I like the
Cunning.
Muppets. The Muppets
Gone-
I've always liked.
Gonzo and what's his name? The shrimp. What's his
Pepe,
name?
the king prawn.
Yeah.
I don't know what the shrimp's name is.
They get challenged to stay in the mansion in a mansion. They're like, I don't know, isn't this haunted? They go in. The ghost host is played by Will Arnett.
Oh,
and he's
okay.
literally quoting the fucking ride. Like, imagine this, and he's showing them shit. It's the same fucking voice
Oh,
almost.
cool.
And there's lots of little like deep cut things. Like there's like Imagineers in that for like a second. It's like, okay, I know who that is. Does anybody else know who that is? But
Just you.
Just you.
just me. But anyway,
Deep
but if you like the ride, there were cute things in it.
Is it long?
It's like an hour.
I'll check. I mean,
Okay.
Why not?
All I'm gonna say, I haven't seen the movie. Here's my review.
Okay.
Okay.
Love this.
I hope they didn't pay the screenwriter too much.
Mm-hmm.
The movie's an hour. That's only 60% of a runtime. And it mostly quotes the ride, which was the ride.
No, there's just
script
a lot
was
of ride stuff in
you
it.
had your chance to review it. This is my review. You quote the ride. That's stuff that was written 60 years ago. So 60% of a movie using 60-year-old quotes. I hope you got $60.
I want to say one thing that made me laugh in it.
Okay.
Gonzo, I think, or somebody performs on stage,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone watching him goes boo, and he's like, "Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad." And they're like, "No, this is what we do. We're ghosts." And then a ghost floats up to the camera and goes, "Promise, we're not going to explain every joke, kids." I thought that was funny.
That is funny.
They say boo.
Theme
That's
song.
good. I think we need to update the theme song.
No.
That video is like from 10 years old. The video they use of all of us. What?
Are
You?
you chewing ice
Yeah.
into the microphone?
Sorry. Hey, hold on. My throat was a little hot.
What?
I
A hot throat.
I just had to cool the pipes.
Fair
I'm
enough.
spitting so much fire up here.
You gotta wet the pipes.
Sometimes I have to chew ice into a high definition microphone.
So the theme song is great. Fantastic song.
Yeah,
But the video is what needs to be
The video is
updated.
outdated.
And the they in this case was us. We should update it.
Yeah,
I agree with you, John.
that's yeah.
The powers that be need to change that video. I agree.
Okay.
That's like footage of me from 10 years ago,
Yeah.
sucking on that gack. Come on, that's not me anymore.
on
I
that
don't do
comfy
that
set.
anymore.
Can you get a shot of Derek and what it should be? Like, can you do something, Derek, that would be funny for your new section?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
your new
Well,
section?
you already got footage of me chewing the ice. Use that. By the way, we want to give a shout out to a podcast made by a good friend of ours. So check this show out. It's called. It actually, I don't even want to say it has the worst title ever.
Oh my God.
Is a bad word?
Yeah, first
Oh,
of all, it
no.
has a bad word in the title.
Yeah, so already our youth group is up a creek.
Twitch ain't gonna like this one.
Yeah.
Mistake.
It's called Crappy
Yeah.
Castles. Go find Crappy Castles. It's available on Spotify, and that's where I find my podcast. Where do you find yours? Apple Podcasts?
I do Apple Podcasts personally, but I know it's on Stitcher. It's also on iHeartRadio.
Yeah. Crappy Castles is put together by our friend Travis. Travis helps us behind the scenes here every once in a while, so we're going to give him a shout out. Go check out Travis's podcast. Tell
Yeah.
us if you like it. Crappy
Yeah.
Castles.
Yeah, he's part of the family.
Oh.
But yeah, check that out.
We'll be talking about that for a little while just to get it well embedded into your brain.
Yeah. We might have some fun announcements later tonight too. So I'm excited for that. We'll keep your ears peeled and your eyes glued to your television set. Because
Stay
I'm
where
sure
you
that's where
are.
everyone checks out their podcasts right from their TV. Are there podcast apps like built into TVs?
Apple TV.
Yes, Apple, TV has the
one,
podcast.
right? Does like
Yeah.
Roku and all that other stuff?
They got rid of
I'm sure
YouTube.
they
Why not,
online, but
right?
they-
Yeah, I'm sure that they have that.
yeah.
Absolutely.
They can get rid of YouTube.
on
mine.
Garrett's Apple TV because he is the old one.
Yeah,
like on
so
mine.
fucked up that Apple Corporation or the YouTube Corporation, whoever the corporation at fault is, wants to pull apps from my hardware, my perfectly functioning piece of hardware.
What are you talking about now?
You're pulling apps and
the problem?
updates. The
Garrett-
Apple.
What happened?
Oh, Sean.
Garrett's upset
Yeah, I'm
because he
upset.
has the first gen Apple TV,
Oh, you got to update that shit, bro.
and then
But it
now
works great. What about EWaste?
and now it is obsolete pretty much because a lot of the new apps like Disney Plus is not on there. YouTube is not on there. But this isn't really an Apple problem. This is like YouTube being like, yeah, we're not updating these fucking old ass apps anymore.
Yeah,
'Cause
Rocco
I thi-
enlightened me, but I'm still
think
mad.
they run. I could sound really dumb to people out there. I think they run on like HTML5 now, or something. Maybe I might sound like a moron, but they run on something different now, and old hardware doesn't do
G5.
that.
You
I
either sound
believe
really
you.
5G.
smart to people who don't know what you're talking about, but really dumb to people who do know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. So you can be right
Best
in
of
the middle.
both worlds.
Hey,
I have
you
a
know what
whole
app works?
stack of obsolete. Not to cut you off. What were
No,
you
that's
gonna say?
okay.
I was going to say I have a Generation 1 iPad,
Yeah.
several early generation iPhones. I have like a second gen iPod.
Wow.
All no cracked screens.
Yeah.
I got the chargers for all of them. They all turn on,
Yeah.
and they're fucking useless. What are you supposed to do with all this stuff?
It's that e-waste.
It
They want you to
doesn't break.
recycle it.
It just it's as good as broken. What are you supposed to do? I don't know.
I remember for a while.
What do you do with this stuff?
The fastest I've seen a device go from supported to we don't support it anymore was that first iPad. They were fucking cruel with that thing.
Yeah.
As soon as the second iPad came around, and the second one they supported for a good amount of time. But it was like once iPad 2 showed up, it was like, all right, get the first iPad out of here. They were fucking ruthless with that. And I remember there were a lot of articles that were like, here's what you do with a first gen iPad that can't be updated anymore. And every one of them was like, it works. If you can run this app, it will work as a remote for this and this.
Oh.
You can control things in your home with this and this. Like just mount it to a wall and use it as
Oh
a
my
panel for
God.
stuff. Some interesting ideas. But then I want to say like those apps stopped working too,
Yeah.
or something like that.
You know what
I don't
also
remember.
was pretty quick, I think, was the first generation Apple Watch.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Well-
hilarious
Yeah.
because that was the
So
only time they
expensive.
sold the gold $20,000 one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they sold this
expensive.
$20,000 watch that worked for about a year, maybe
Yeah.
a year and a half.
The
too.
battery on those went out before they
Fast.
lost supporting.
It cannot be stated
capability.
enough. Don't buy the first version of a new, especially Apple product.
You know,
But a lot of products, just in general, the very first one, it can be.
I will say
Also, well, it can't be stated enough. Apple's the type of company that'll sell you a $20,000 watch
Yeah.
that won't work in a year.
yeah.
Let's not gloss over that.
Well, I remember when they showed it. I remember when they debuted that. It was like, well, we've got all the Apple Watches for $3 to however many $100, but then we have the fancy one for 10 to 20,000.
and they're comparing this shit to like a
And-
Rolex.
And yeah, I remember, people kept comparing to Rolex, and it was like, well, a lot of people do have Rolexes and they cost that much. It's like, yeah, but your Rolex costs that much and you'll give it to your son
Right.
when he's older, or you'll get that is something people hang on to. The Apple Watch, after a year, it's like, all right, we got a new one with a fucking speedometer in it. The other one doesn't have that. Yeah, we're going to stop supporting that. I mean, it's like, guys, this is not a good
I think
investment.
the one exception of like first gen worked awesome for a long time, and still works is the AirPods. Those still rule.
AirPods, but
No.
I will even say with that, they worked amazingly and they're still supported amazingly.
Yeah.
The first batch, the batteries died really fast.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, they
Mine
lasted
died
like a year and then the batteries were shot.
And then I
the
bought
first
Pros.
version of a lot of these products is just, they have like not worked it out.
You know who can nail it on the first run?
Yeah.
Sony, PlayStation. The first one's always the best. They get slimmer.
That's true. Sony is the
cheaper,
opposite.
They do less as
Weird.
they go
Yeah.
on.
Even now, so the PS5, it's got some glitches. It's got some things that are kind of, still working out.
Oh, I could tell you.
But there's new, they haven't redesigned it or anything, but there's new PS5s coming out right now that I guess a lot of technology has been really hard to build over the last year because of shortages, because of this or that. And they found out that these new PS5s, they reduce the weight of them. And like people were noticing, like these packages are lighter. And it's because they massively reduced the heat sink inside. Used to have a huge heat sink to handle intense heat inside the PS5. And now that's been like cut in half.
Huh.
And they're like, well, did they make other alterations in other places to make up for that? And a lot of people are saying, no. Like
is
this
this
just
gonna get
gets
hot?
way hotter. And it just continues the trend of, Sony is the reverse Apple. Every version of a product actually goes down. It seems that way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know if there's anything that contradicts that. But I remember with the Vita, the first one had an OLED screen. The Nintendo Switch got an OLED screen 2 days ago. The Vita had that. When did that come out? Nine years ago? Forever ago. And then over time when they did a new version,
was
get
a
rid of the
shittier
OLED screen. Now it's just a kind of a lesser LCD screen. Yeah, they always go down. It's really interesting.
Weird.
The first PS3, I mean, I'm still using that because it played PS1, 2, and 3 games.
Huh. Well,
They don't do that anymore.
Not anymore.
yeah.
What are you even supposed to do? If you want to play a PS3 game, you have to subscribe to PlayStation Now or something to stream it?
I think you have to
That's it.
stream certain games.
Mhm.
That's their answer for it.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Mm.
Anyway.
Do you guys play a lot of PlayStation?
$20,000 watch is a ripoff.
Yes.
Anyways,
I think we've
I-
settled it.
yeah, I think we got to the core of it. What were you going to
Yes.
ask over there?
You guys been playing a lot of PlayStation 5?
Nope.
Hell no. They ain't putting shit on it. And even if they were, you can't even fit it on your tiny ass hard drive. Unless you got to break it open and hack it and do a transform job on it.
I was really enjoying the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima.
We are
Ooh,
still here.
Just so close. Take
Just
two.
Can't do it.
New
Ghost
set,
of-
same tongue.
Tsubame?
Tsushima.
Tsunami.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, you're not hitting that hard
really.
T. enough.
Ghost of Tsushima.
There you go.
Oh my.
Oh my. Anyways, I was enjoying that, and then I've been so busy, I haven't played any video games at all.
How is your experience with Ghost of Tsushima? You have to emphasize
Yeah.
You said it so well.
it. Yeah, because I punctuate it.
Yeah. No, it was. I really like it. I just want to get more into it, but it's just so hard to find the time to play, and that's why I love the Switch so much because I can take that with me. Places.
Have you been using the Samurai movie mode?
No, I didn't even try. I haven't tried that.
That black and white film
No.
grain?
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
I preferred it without it, actually.
Yeah, I started the game with it because I thought it sounded so cool that,
Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone doing that. And after a little bit, I was like,
I started with it in Japanese. I think I said this before, but in Japanese and English subtitles. Like this would be the way it should be played. But then I couldn't read the subtitles and play the game at the same time, and I was getting lost, so I just had to turn that off and go to English.
That's fine. Did you ever get to compose any haikus?
No, I'm not there yet.
Oh.
Okay.
He's just asking in real life.
In real life? Yeah, we did it in like 10th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't
757.
composed a haiku in a while.
It's been a while.
You should do one right now.
Yeah, that could help with your
do one. Go
anxiety.
ahead.
It was at
That would bring you to
757.
peace?
What is it?
575.
Is that what it is?
575?
Yeah.
17 syllables. Take your time.
Ghost of Tsushima is a word I can not say, but it is great
Fuck.
playing. Play.
It is great
It's,
fun.
It is great play. Fuck.
is
You
great
could have said it's great
You
fun.
were so
Would've been easy.
close. You were so close.
It's great fuck.
Fuck.
So, do you get any like system crashes when you're playing?
No,
Ghost of
I don't think
Tsushima?
I've had it crash on me one time.
My
The PS5?
Yeah.
Mine crashed a lot in the early months of having it, but not really since.
So I'm putting hours into Deathloop now. And
Oh.
I get game crashes on my console repeatedly, and they get
Wow.
worse and worse until I have to restart the PlayStation 5. Like
Wow.
after like 3 hours of playing, I'll just start getting crashes. And in that game, it's fucking devastating.
Yeah.
Because I just killed 2 people I needed to, harvested all this good shit from them, like all the money you collect in that game. System crash, no, I start at the beginning of that day. You lost all that shit. And then it will happen again in a half hour when I'm like, all right, let me redo this. I don't know what's going on hardware-wise, but I'm just getting hit. And I kind of have since I've owned it.
Really?
I don't know if I have an unlucky console because, man, I mean,
Yeah,
Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk was doing that to you too.
Cyberpunk was unplayable.
Oh,
and then I talked to people who
that's
were
your
like,
problem.
I'm on PS5 and it's like, once every 2 hours. I'm like, no, once every 20 minutes.
That sucks.
Cyberpunk infected your system.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You at all there
Oh.
with the Deathloop?
No.
You haven't
Hasn't
gotten any
crashed or anything?
any errors?
I think I had one crash early on, but that's it. And that's the only time my PS5 is.
You should go to the store,
crashed.
Garrett, and exchange it.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a defective PS5.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried because I did the NVMe upgrade, so I added a terabyte. But I also use a hard drive for PS4 storage. So I think maybe like I've just like spread the operating system all over 3 hard drives, and it's like trying to pull data from one place and then another, and it goes up because I've moved shit around a
Yeah.
lot. I'm worried if I've like just confused the.
This is why the idea of we're just going to let people expand the hard drive themselves
Yeah.
is so scary.
Yeah.
Because if anything goes wrong, you're like, did I do that?
I'm
not
worried.
I'm
You're
not a
Googling it.
professional.
Dude, I have a little bit of a tangent if you will allow me.
Go for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. My and Jenny's anniversary was on Friday. And
You got her an NVMe drive.
It was
2
how'd you know?
terabytes?
It's our 10-year anniversary, so I want to get like a bigger present. Usually we do something little, whatever. But 10 years, okay, well, what do you want?
Yeah.
So she said she wanted a treadmill, which I felt bad about giving her. I'm like, that seems like you tell your friends you got me a treadmill, I look like an asshole. But if that's what you
Yeah.
want, if that's what you want,
Yeah.
fine.
That's
and so
always weird.
she got me Padres season tickets, which is so
Wow.
fucking mind-blowingly
dog.
great.
Yeah.
Like such a good present.
Baller.
Yeah. Like if you just want to go to a game, I'll take you because I can go to,
Dude.
I have up to 20 games. I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. Anyways,
Yeah.
point is, so on our anniversary, she used it for the first time and she's like, I ran on it and it made some like weird, like squeaky noise. I'm like, oh, I'll fix it for you. No problem. So like, it's the the track, sure, I'll fix it. And then like, I got myself into I think I broke this fucking treadmill. Like I broke it on our anniversary.
What
I'm
the
like
hell?
adjusting the track and I'm like, okay, let me adjust this. And then like, you know what? Like it's still going one side. You know what? Let me just undo the whole thing. So I undid the whole thing. Oh God. And then like I opened the instructions and it's like, to fix the track, what you need to do is do quarter turns at a time. I'm like, quarter turns? I did like 35 turns. And then it's like, but never do what I just did. And it's like, oh, fuck. And then it's like, this, you know, if you do this, you lose the warranty and all this shit. I'm like, oh my God, I just did these things that you told me not to do. So I spent 3 hours on an anniversary, like, please God, don't let, I think I broke it. And so like, I'm trying to put it back together, like kind of, I think the wrong way. And I'm just hoping for the best. And I still don't know if it works. So
Shit.
Happy anniversary, Jenny. I just ruined your treadmill that you wanted. And then I can't return it. I got it on Amazon too, so I return that. It's, oh, fuck.
What do you mean? You can easily return it on Amazon.
Can you?
Oh, you don't know how many times I've done that. You just throw it in the box and set it on your porch.
The box is now gone.
Why didn't you read the instructions before?
I read half the instructions, which is always my fucking thing that I do.
Yeah.
It showed me.
Well, you didn't read the half that talked about the problem.
It was the half that was like, to adjust the track, do this. I'm like, oh, easy, okay. And then like in bold letters underneath it, but before you do, and I didn't see that part.
Maybe put that part up ahead of the adjusted
Should we
track.
ask how much does the treadmill cost?
It was about, after tax, I think it was like $550.
Ooh, Sean is not a gentleman. He just discussed the price.
I mean, she could look at our Amazon thing and see that. It's not like she could find
how much
this
your season pass tickets?
I think it was like, it's gonna be like $1,000.
Oh my God.
So
Holy shit.
You could get her another treadmill.
I
Hang
could,
a
it'd be
star
even.
on
It
that
balance
one.
out.
Yeah, you kind of owe her one anyways.
Balance it out. Yeah.
Yeah, do some OK Go shit.
You can keep
That's
the
how you
broken
test
one
it.
and say like, if you want to do crazy shit, you could do it on this one.
Yeah, with the loose
Here's
track
the
that
brand
you
new
can go
worry about
anywhere.
breaking it. It's already kind of fucked up.
Kids, you play with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, you reminded me by saying like you were scared to do it because you broke it, and now you don't want that pressure on you, and that's what I just went through
Even
that.
with a PS5, you know, that's such a highly sought after piece of merchandise. You're not
Yeah.
going to easily replace it. So
Well, that's the thing is like with the PS5, you definitely can't. Like, there's no way that if you break it, that's it. Like, there's no getting a new one right now.
I just wonder if I hadn't spread the software across 3 different hard drives, moved it multiple times.
Yeah.
And then if I just had a base console, installed a game and played it, would it run better?
I feel like I have heard from a lot of people who have, is your external drive with the PS4 games on it, is it hooked up in the back?
No, it's hooked up to USB-C in the front.
Oh, in the front.
But not
See,
when I'm playing Deathloop.
Okay. Because see, I feel like wherever, I just know that there's some places that when people hook them up in that spot, it freezes a lot, is what I've heard. So I don't know if it's there or.
I experienced some problems with that when I first hooked it up because the solid state drive has a case that it was in.
Yeah.
And that case couldn't be used with the PS5.
Oh,
So then I just got a cable that goes right to a drive and
Yeah.
it seems to be working.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you fucked it up, man.
yeah, I got all these errors, dog.
Damn.
Well, speaking of errors, so I haven't played, I played PS5 when Death Stranding came out.
Yeah.
And I played the new stuff. That was a few weeks ago. But this week, the new Metroid came out on Friday, along with the new OLED Switch, the new OLED screen Switch that came out. The experience of transferring my shit to a new Switch,
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. It was like, okay, yeah, seems easy enough. Okay, you're coming from an old Switch? Yeah. Okay, turn that one on, hit the button on both of them, and it's going to beam your stuff over. Okay, seems
Whoa,
pretty
That
easy.
seems nice, yeah.
Okay, and it log into your Nintendo account. Okay. Nah, you can't. Do you have your authentication app ready?
What?
I must have turned that on. I think and then there was a Nintendo hack a while ago or something like that. So they
Two-factor.
asked people to do that. So I was like, okay. Well, I used an authenticator that does not, it's the most authentic. There's a lot of different apps you can use. I used the most secure one on the planet. Okay, cool. Well, that's good in theory. But I guess what I didn't know was once you set up that authenticator app, this particular one, you actually have to pass it from device to device manually. You can't. So I've got a new phone. This was like 2 phones ago.
Okay.
I set this up. This is a long time ago. I
Okay.
set this up, and I would have had to get my new phone, scan my old phone like a thing. Okay, now it's on my new phone. It doesn't just port over. Like, you back up a phone and then send it to a new device.
Yeah.
That doesn't go with it. What? So it was like, we need specific codes from a phone you haven't had in 2 or 3 years. I was like, I don't know where that is. I mean, that is gone. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so it was like, okay, they gave me like 3 options and it was all involving that. And it was like, I can't. Well, that's that. What? That's that?
That's that?
There was literally like, there has to be like a button that like, okay, none of these are working. No, you need those. That's how you set it up. This is by design. It's really secure. I'm like, yeah, but that's secure? What if I need it? Like what? So I had to talk with Nintendo.
Oh my God.
And it's funny because I kept hearing from people online like, oh, I've been through this. This is hell. They have to talk to you. You have to go through so much. It took me like months. I talked with a guy at Nintendo and they were like, oh, this has been happening so much in the last like day.
Yeah, I bet.
That I'll help you. Okay. So anyway, so I got that. I finally ported everything over. I was about to erase my old Switch. And then I had essentially erased it. Mm-hmm. And then I find out, oh yeah, don't lose your Animal Crossing island. That doesn't come over. What? Yeah, you have to download a special tool for your Animal Crossing island. It's like, what is fucking happening? Yeah, or else you're... But I'm like, well, I erased my Switch. Oh, actually, it might still be on there because it's not in user data. It's actually like somewhere deep within the system info.
Oh my...
What is happening? And sure enough, I ran the tool on the new Switch and it found it. Like it was still on that system, even though I had like erased it.
Whoa.
I don't know what kind of fucking arcane magic are they using to, I don't know. But anyway, so I finally got that all ported over. And then finally, after a fucking million years, got to play the new Metroid. And it's cool. I don't know yet if it's too hard.
Oh, really?
It might be too hard for me. I don't know yet. It's basically... They brought back 2D Metroid. It's really cool that to see like a AAA 2D game again is awesome. But they've added, so it feels very like Metroid Fusion, like on Game Boy Advance, but bigger budget kind of thing. I love the exploration of Metroid, but then they added these robots that come to hunt you down.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, those show up. You have to like stealth your way out. Or avoid. These are one-hit kill robots.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay. So you'll be in a room like, okay, I want to look around. And no, I gotta run. It's like, it's almost like the gameplay in like Sonic the Hedgehog, where it's like, we want you to explore, but we also want you to run as fast as possible. I can never like mix those two. I can never like make that. How does that work? I don't know what you want me to do.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm at with this right now. I'm fairly deep into it, and I feel like they really went out of their way to like, this one's got to be like the most challenging one. And I just don't care about like dying a lot, or, you know what I mean? Like it's almost built that way where you're going to die 100 times until you learn how to do that.
Yeah.
That's just not my style. I'd rather just explore and find stuff. So I don't know. But so far, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I've progressed. I just wonder if it's just going to get worse, but
well, I mean, if
maybe it won't.
I would think so. Doesn't, I mean, aren't games, they get harder? Although,
how many bosses
can you pick up like things to help you? Maybe like,
I have gotten some things that help me. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, I'm enjoying it, but I've just gotten to bosses that have died 20 times, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't my style.
You know,
some people really enjoy that, like dying a lot and learning from it, and that's never been. I just like. When it comes to video games, that's not my enjoyment. My enjoyment is like exploring and doing cool shit.
Some people really do love the hard boss.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I like to take what I've learned so far in the game and like use it. But like, no, I'll die like 3 to 4 times and then I'll beat it. And I feel good about it. But like, the 20, fuck that. No, thank you.
Yeah. So, but I'm enjoying it. I mean, I just have like worries about it going. I've already hit some parts where I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Can you grind like to boost your abilities? Because that's how I felt about Deathloop. At first, I was like, I don't know if I want to fucking play this. Because
you just keep finding more stuff. You can look for more stuff, but you don't like. There's no RPG.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You look for more stuff, but then you get a perk or an item that like, oh, now I can take off that boss. Now I haven't played a Metroid game in so freaking long.
Yeah.
I've never played a Prime. I actually went to the store. I went to 2 stores to try to buy this today.
Really?
Sold out. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That game was?
Yeah, Metroid Prime
Wow.
at Walmart was sold out. And then I back up. I went to a GameStop.
Ooh, I know you hate doing that.
Yeah. I went to the one where those employees laughed and made fun of us.
Oh.
Nice.
Cool.
Wait, you're
I'm
pro
a glutton
Walmart,
for
but
punishment.
you're anti-GameStop?
No. Well, yes, because you can get $10 off a game in
Walmart
Walmart.
has it figured out, whereas they know that I hate shopping there, but all their games are $10 cheaper than anywhere else. So it's like, oh, well, $10.
Yeah. But they're exploiting their employees.
Yeah.
Who is
but-
it?
Yeah,
Give you that
GameStop is
discount.
too.
GameStop.
Who is it?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, whatever.
Amazon.
Who
I mean,
cares?
what's he going to do?
I mean,
They-
bite the hand that
I'd buy it
feeds.
from the
They're
Home
all
Depot,
just
but they
bad.
don't.
I got mine from
It's all
Target.
bleak.
I got mine from Target. I got the collector's edition.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a lot. It was like 90 something bucks.
Whoa.
And it has a big ass hardcover book. It has other stuff too, but it was not very well here's this like these art cards. Okay, what are they? And it's not even the artwork from the game. It's like the artwork is really small and it says the title really big.
We're talking
I'm like,
for
just
the new
give me
Metroid?
artwork. Yeah.
$100 for the new Metroid.
Well, just for the giant version of it with the hardcover book and all that stuff.
Dang. And you don't even know if you like the game?
Well, I mean, I've loved Metroid forever, and it's an art book of Metroid stuff. So
Yeah,
it
I feel like
wasn't a
there are a
difficult
couple game franchises that I will just go in blind. Like, I want them.
decision. Yeah, like Zelda.
Zelda,
I would have
yeah.
done the same
Yeah.
thing.
I was watching Johnny play this new Metroid. It seems like they're talking how this is like the end of Samus's story.
Oh.
Or right? That's what they're
I
advertising.
haven't heard
Of
that.
the mainline like story, which is across like Metroid, Super Metroid, the 2D games. Basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're introducing brand new stuff, at the very end. Which is always interesting. Cuz it's like I won't say too much. I just feel like they're retconning a lot of
How much? You watched a lot of it.
Well, he's been playing it like fucking nutso, like
Oh.
gangbusters.
Johnny
Johnny's
said
going nuts?
that like
he keeps taking over.
he wakes up like I want to play this game. Like he said he hasn't had that in a while. So I
Yeah.
hadn't have
I have
in a
that with
while.
Deathloop, man. I can
Do you?
relate. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I put in probably 6 to 8 hours of gameplay in the last week. That's a lot.
That's a
for
lot
me.
for you.
For me,
Yeah.
that's so much. Yeah.
Damn.
Really,
Staying up late every
And
night.
Deathloop is a game you can beat this, right? It's not like a game that never ends.
Yeah, you can beat it.
you can beat it.
I think.
And then it has some certain replayability where you can go do like some multiplayer stuff as the Juliana character,
Okay.
which I haven't even fucked with yet. But I'm still excited for Metroid. That scares me a little though, Rocco. Your review.
Some people, the robots, they have. Some people have said that added a survival horror element to the game. And
Yeah.
some people have said they like that aspect of it. I don't know. I'm just like I was really content just exploring cool shit. I
Yeah.
didn't really need that, but whatever. I mean, I'm getting more used to it, and they're giving me tools to kind of deal with it. All I was going to say about the collector's edition though was that it came out Friday and the price went down $30 last night. Like Target has it like $60 now, which I've never seen a game do that in one day.
That
Nintendo
sucks.
game.
Oh, it doesn't suck at all. I just you hit one button and they refund you.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. It was in the Target app. You hit one thing and it was like,
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna be mad for you, but now I won't be.
no. I was just like, why did that happen?
You know,
Maybe they
it's
didn't
it's
tell us, man.
Sean thinks it's still like the Circuit City commercial days. You bought it, son. You're gonna have to deal with it.
What a reference.
I don't think
Oh,
any
I
of us
thought-
are old enough
Dude,
to get
I
that.
thought you were.
I today I bought this, and then yesterday I saw this.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You come
That
to Circuit
commercial.
City, the little kid has to return that Walkman. That was like heartbreaking for him as a kid. You know, he's got to talk to an adult.
I forgot about that. And then doesn't he? And then he go, "That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
that's it.
Welcome to Circuit City, where
service
service
is
is state of the art."
state-of-the-art.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that commercial, and then the other day, the commercial for Malto Meal cereals. Do you remember that, where the guy is walking low on the ground?
No.
You know, next time you're looking for cereal, I really recommend coming down here like this.
Oh yeah.
Because Malto Meal's in a bag, and it's just as good as the cereals up there. And plus, this costs $1 less. $1. You really ought to come down
Do you
here.
remember that?
And then he walks like that. I posted that commercial the other day.
I
on
used
Twitter.
to. Was Multimeal that warm? Is it warm, like a
Malto meal was its own thing.
I used to eat that.
but they had their own like cereal brands too.
Right, and they had the knockoff cereal.
Yeah.
That's what the commercials for. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, knockoff shit.
Which I'm fine with the knockoff stuff, you know?
Nope.
Not you, huh?
I'm a bougie eater now.
My
Cereal's gotta
kids
come in a
really
box.
like the name brand stuff too, where I like to think
The
you can't tell
advertising gets 'em.
difference.
It tastes better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was when I remember seeing that commercial as a kid and going like, Mom, Dad, the commercial says this giant bag of cereal is just as good as that. Can we get that? Because a lot of times we didn't buy, whatever. We rotated on kind of things we got. I was like, let's get that. And we'll have a ton of it. Okay. And I just remember whatever it was not as good. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
It was like
It's
Fruity Loops or
close,
something. And it was
though.
just like Fruit Loops. Fruity Loops is the program, right?
Yeah.
Fruit Loops. And it was like,
But they call them Fruit Hoops or something like that.
something like that.
To
And I
get
just
around
remember
it.
getting them and going, I don't want to eat this.
Yeah, they're just stale Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all the cereal got expired, so they send it to the bag cereal companies to sell it for $1 less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put it close to the ground because it could absorb all the foot smell. And nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
I feel like the one name brand that the knockoff ended up being more successful was Oreo. That was like the one that like broke through.
Wasn't that a knockoff of Hydrox?
Hydrox was the original, and now no one eats Hydrox.
Sounds like a chemical, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hydrox sounds like a fucking bounty hunter. Like
Yeah.
what? Like I don't
And
understand
then
why they
Oreo was a
Hydrox.
knockoff, and then they became the superior. And now people think Hydrox is a knockoff, so that's
Yeah.
interesting.
I always did as a kid. I was like, who the hell is Hydrox?
Well, that's when they have like the Tuxedo Penguins cookies in its Oreos too, but it's shitty Oreos. Yeah.
Were you say something, Kevin?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can still buy Hydrox at the store, but
Oh yeah. you
Yeah.
still
Oh no,
can.
I see it. Yeah, I've seen them.
No, you can't. They're sold out everywhere because people keep mistaking it for that COVID supplement, hydroxychloroquine.
Oh,
It's just
so
the
people are
shelves
just
are empty.
rubbing
dude.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, crazy.
No, there's a lot of like old 1920s movies, or like I think in like Boardwalk Empire, they're eating like Hydrox. And I just remember, I think that was where I was like, was this first? Like, what happened?
Yeah,
here?
the gangsters run off a steady diet of Hydrox cookies.
Yeah.
That's how they get fucking jacked up before they do a hit.
Yeah.
Like, I got to kill this guy, but I'm nervous. Yeah, just eat these Hydroxes.
Hey, it's Hydrox. I'll perk you right up.
That's like spinach for Popeye, but for murder.
Yeah.
For gangsters.
For Al Capone.
It's like, we're Italian. We eat pasta and Hydrox cookies.
You
Maybe
guys,
Boardwalk Empire had a sponsorship. Hydrox is like, we need to do something to
God
make
help
money.
us.
We're
We're going to get on an HBO show.
There was Lysol in one episode I remember prominently. I wonder if that was a paid
Those are all
thing.
product placements.
But HBO, I know HBO doesn't quite operate the same, and they show brand stuff all the time because they don't answer to advertisers or whatever. Because I remember Sopranos showed they were drinking Coke all the time,
Yeah.
and I thought, was that a paid thing? And they were like, no, they just don't. We just do it.
It's so
AJ
weird
played
that
Game
when
Boy.
you see, it takes me out of something when I see what they're drinking and I recognize it, which shouldn't be because it's normal to see that stuff, to see a Coke in a show or in real life. You don't think about it. But when I see it in a show, I was like, oh, money. And I start thinking about how much they get the transaction.
Well, that's
that
because
transpired.
it's prominently featured in the middle of the frame with a
Yeah.
key
Yeah.
light. It's like glistening.
yeah.
Maybe,
Like
yeah.
even in real life, you
Dude.
walk into a room and the Coke isn't glowing like Jesus Christ just sipped on it. That's only
Yeah.
in a TV show. It
Yeah.
looks weird.
I didn't think Sopranos ever had that problem. I don't remember being it. It seemed pretty natural there. I thought, but man, there's that trailer for or whatever teaser for the new Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
And man, Paul Rudd's like running from fucking Walmart, and it's like,
What?
this isn't even
Yeah.
subtle.
Oh, man. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
The
No,
Walmart
I gotta-
gets haunted.
I got to
It's
get away
coming
from
to
this
get 'em.
Walmart. It's like, all right.
The first place I saw that and knew about it was in the X-Men movie with Wolverine and the Dr. Pepper.
What's the
He
story?
had a
of-
Dr. Pepper. I don't remember that.
There's a scene where he's in the school of gifted youngsters, and he's like up at midnight because he
Oh,
can't
yeah.
sleep, and he goes to get a Dr. Pepper out of the fridge,
Dude.
and then he
don't
pulls his
remember
claw
that.
out on the cat that scares him.
Yeah,
Whoa.
scares him. And then
Oh.
it's a crazy fight scene right after that. And he's like shirtless for it.
I
Yeah.
didn't know Wolverine
Yeah.
drank Dr. Pepper.
But that scene
I'm gonna drink
opens with
Dr.
him
Pepper.
drinking Dr.
But
Pepper.
you know
and
what?
it's like,
I know
what?
Garrett remembers that because that was at the height of Garrett drinking Dr. Pepper at
and
that
loving
time.
Wolverine.
And loving Wolverine. It was his two favorite things combined.
My name's Logan, and I'm thirsty.
I like it.
The doctor's in.
I always notice in like budget like movies or TV shows where all the characters will be specifically holding it where the nutrition facts
Yeah,
is out.
yeah.
So it's like, oh, they're all holding Pepsis, but they've just got the nutrition facts facing out.
because
so
they
you
can't show the logo.
show it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and conversely, when you're sponsored, you have to make sure the logo is seen no matter what.
Just the fact that we know anything about it, it sucks because it does take you out of the moment.
I've decided that my new goal is to be sponsored, or this podcast sponsored by Liquid Death, because I really enjoy.
Well, that's a beautiful can.
They sponsor a lot of podcasts too.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, I want them to sponsor this podcast because I love their drinks. That's all. I want to be sponsored by them. If
Well,
they sponsor
drink
podcasts, why not this one?
We're
Yeah.
too whiny.
Oh, okay.
We're too desperate.
Yeah, we asked for it. The other ones don't ask for it. Fuck. Liquid Death, I mean, if you want to sponsor us, whatever.
Yeah. Be cool. Play it cool.
Yeah,
dude.
we're gonna play it cool.
Play it cool.
We don't
Sean.
want to be desperate.
Hey, if a case shows up on our
Okay,
doorstep,
and if
whatever.
it's sparkling,
that'd be.
I'll drink that.
I guess that'd be cool.
I mean, I
Cooler
guess.
than still.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Well, there we go.
I remember there was that. You remember there was that preview before the Matrix sequels that had like the agent telling you to drink Powerade.
No.
No.
Yeah, they did. They didn't. I don't think they wanted to do paid promotion in the movie, but I think the deal they made was like, all right, before the movie, we'll film a special bit just for whatchamacallit.
Was it
Powerade.
Smith?
No, it was some
Knockoff
generic
guy.
agent.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of course. They wouldn't get Hugo Weaving to do that.
No.
And so it was, humans, we need you good and healthy and full of energy. So drink up.
Good and healthy.
Yeah.
The Powerade.
And I remember at the time, again, this was 2003, Penny Arcade did a comic about it where it was like, we don't understand this preview. He wants you to drink Powerade so that you're charged up. Aren't you already a battery? Isn't the Powerade bullshit? Why does an agent care if you drink a sports drink? Like they went down like, yeah,
meta.
we analyzed this. Why the fuck is this guy telling you to drink Powerade?
Yeah, well, they got to charge the batteries. Clearly, it's like the battery acid. It's got to get in there somehow.
Even if it's in your mind,
Yeah.
then the acid.
You know, they never
Charges
showed how the Sentinels suck off a human in the Matrix.
That's true.
Maybe that's what we're getting.
Anybody
In what
else
form?
curious?
In what form?
How we make? They showed you like us connected to that big thing and the electricity shooting up
Yeah,
from
but
it.
that was just an incubation pod. At
Yeah.
some point, they've got to come and suck you off.
Get that energy.
I think
the
that
energy
pod
out.
is sucking you off the whole time.
Yeah,
No,
They harvest you.
They're all hooked up.
That's to keep you alive. That's to farm you.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
bet
farming
you-
tube. But when you're ready for the slaughter, the Sentinel comes and sucks you off.
Slurp.
It gets all the battery juice out of you.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you have to be dead to be there? I thought you're alive and you're the battery.
Nah. Let me fill you in.
Okay, thank you.
They grow you in that tank
Yeah.
to the point where you are bursting with energy, probably sometime between the age of 18 and 25. I'm not
Yeah,
sure. It's
in your
different for
prime.
everybody. But at some point, you reach your peak battery potential,
Yeah.
and they send a big machine to come and suck it all out of you.
Whoa. And it kills you?
They never show it.
Yeah,
I don't
Well,
know.
they show
We
old
need
people in the
answers.
Matrix, so then they can't kill you.
That
Those
you're
could be
old in
programs.
your mind. You're old in your mind.
Those are NPCs, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also, the Matrix is filled with NPCs to confuse you.
Yeah.
Can we get Keanu to
Spread you
answer these questions for
disinformation.
us, please? I think he'll know.
Rocco, do they show anyone getting sucked off in the Animatrix? Maybe we're not.
Not sucked off, no, but there's an extra Matrix comic.
Okay.
Somebody did a Matrix short story. I want to say it was Neil Gaiman. Like they asked him to do they did a lot of different stuff. And I think in someone ran the Matrix faster in their brain so that they reached maturity before their body had gotten there or something like that. That doesn't answer your question.
No.
Is that the comic?
cool, though.
Yeah, that poster that signed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
I thought it was going to
So
go
you're like
that
a little
way,
baby geniuses. That's where that movie came from, probably. Yeah, they pull him out of the pod. He's got a mental of a
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
40-year-old.
Baby Genius is kind of ripped off the Matrix a little bit.
but
Yeah.
a little bit.
Neil's
just
got-
quality wise.
Baby Geniuses was about a bunch of Neos, not
Oh.
just
Yeah.
one.
Several Neos, baby Neos.
Johnny just yawned.
He laughed.
Is that a yawn or a laugh?
That was a laugh. That was a deep breath in.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
Can
was
you stop breathing,
Oh,
please?
so you're exasperated up there.
No.
Took his breath away.
Bro?
Oh, stop.
Let
Johnny-
the man breathe.
Johnny, I gotta say it. You're breathing a lot.
I
Hey,
say
breathing loudly.
Johnny, on the other hand, I say breathe as much as you want up there, man.
You ever been in
Sick
class?
of this breathing stuff.
You ever been in school trying to focus and the kid behind you is like,
Breathing through his teeth.
Like he's pissed at you.
The whole class. It's distracting.
Yeah, one time I
Sorry,
got in
I've
trouble
got
for breathing in
headgear.
class because I was doing it a lot. I do this a lot, and my family can attest that it's very annoying. I go, and I don't realize that I'm doing it. It's
Yeah,
just,
you do that a lot
You
here.
sigh.
That's a symptom of anxiety.
probably.
Constant sighing.
Yeah, because I'm stressed. And then I did it during a test, and then they're like, Sean, you gotta stop. And it's like, oh God, I didn't realize that was out. And I did it again, and I was like, I don't know the answers. I'm fucking stressed. I'm gonna fail this test, and I know I'm going to.
There was a girl in my class in like European history that I took in high school that would make noises during the test. Like, huh. And it was like, you want to stop doing that? It was seriously like
Yeah, she's thinking.
third page. Huh.
She's comfortable.
Yeah, I just remember 40 other kids in that classroom all looking up at each other, going like,
That's
well, like we're all hearing this shit,
That's
right?
the Mr. Bean sketch where he takes a test.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It really was. It
I actually think Benny Hill did that bit.
Yeah, I
Like,
like
it was
we're
a
not
little
gonna-
bit funnier.
I enjoy the video.
Who's taking his test?
He opened up a book. It wasn't a test. It was a pornographic magazine.
Yes. I
And
remember
he
that.
made some noises too. Yeah, so-
It wasn't a book. It was the woman's restroom.
Yeah. So Benny Hill, a little bit funnier. Bean. The debate rages on.
Let me pause the debate for a second. I want to give a shout out. I want to give a little notice to everyone watching. You got to go to shop.mega64.com because we got all kinds of good stuff. This Friday we did a little bit of restocking. We had some sizes that were missing in our Mega64 X Kinuko sweatshirt. That was kind of like half out of stock. It's in full stock now. We got that. We got our digital forever dad hat is
Love
back
that
in
hat.
stock. But anyway, we got all kinds of stuff to come. And I want to let everybody know next week is, in case you hadn't heard, next week is Mega64 Interactive Hell Festival. That is
Oh, yeah.
less than a week from now. Saturday, October, what is that?
16th, I thought. Is it not the
16th?
16th?
16th, baby.
Yeah, 16th. I've lost track of time.
Yeah.
Anyway, Friday, October.
Saturday.
Oh my God.
I'm here to help
Saturday, October 16th.
you. You got it.
Starting at 2:00 Pacific. So check that out. There's going to be all kinds of new merch during that too. So be sure to tune in. We will post that stuff probably on Twitter tomorrow. We'll debut all the items that are going to be there. We have some of them.
I'm really excited.
Yeah,
Oh,
a couple
sneak
have
preview.
shown
who's
up.
this sneak peek?
Oh,
A
no.
couple have shown up.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to show too much, but like this
You show it. Just show
glow in the dark long sleeve. That's one. Or maybe this
What is that?
sweatshirt.
Brand new.
But that's all. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
come
show you.
on.
that thing
You're not
is
gonna-
so sick.
Those are the only things I have on set right now.
Damn, you're not going to show that more?
There's more, but tune in tomorrow.
I'm going to freeze frame. It's going to be blurry as fuck.
Follow us on Twitter at Mega64, and we'll post all those.
Full
on there.
announcements.
Yeah. I also wanted to announce something else. A lot of people have. We have our tour coming up later this year.
Later, just like a month away.
Yeah, I say later this year as if it's not next month.
I cannot
November,
believe
wow.
how
Yeah.
soon this is. That's crazy.
But we are, so we're going to be on tour. If you haven't got tickets yet, go mega64.com/tour and pick up tickets to see us. A lot of people have asked, they want to take away a keepsake from the show. A lot of people also have kind of missed our physical media that we used to do here in Mega64. It got very hard for us to do because so many places that do DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff have shut down. Honestly, like the places we used to work with are gone. Well, a hero has swooped in the night, and I wanted to tell everybody that a special item you'll be able to get at our live tour is this Mega64 Last Laugh official tour movie Blu-ray. And our friends at Limited Run are helping us create. This is a special edition Blu-ray. It'll be exclusively at our live shows. You could pick it up. It's got not only a full live show, our full Last Laugh show is on there, but there is a brand new tour documentary from our tour in the beginning of 2020 before the fucking world shut down. And that documentary, Johnny followed us through the entire tour, documented all of it, and edited together this really cool documentary about that whole experience doing the last tour before everything.
I don't
shut
think
down.
it can be understated how much hard work Johnny put into this documentary.
Really?
Yeah.
How many months and months and months he spent on this thing. So I'm really excited for people to see it because it's awesome. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So anyway, that'll be available for those going to our tour. That'll be available at those shows. And Limited Run, we're going to be working with on a lot of different stuff coming up. We will be doing a physical version 4.1 package with Limited Run at a later time. We'll talk about that later as well. But yeah, at our live shows, come pick up the official Last Laugh tour.
Dude, Limited
movie.
Run is so legit. I
Such
think
a
this
cool
is
partnership we have now.
A huge thing. I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
So
very
cool.
excited about
More
that.
to come. So freaking cool.
Yeah. Can you see frickin' here? Is that loud?
I was holding back.
Yeah, I noticed that. You stopped.
Because they're a new,
You wanted to fit Limited Run.
yeah, there's a new friendship. I've been a big fan of theirs for years. I've
Okay.
bought a few games. I got that Quake pre-ordered with them. Maybe let's talk. I'll walk that back and maybe just send a copy.
Okay.
Cheers. No, but really, I'm stoked that we're going to be working with them.
Yeah,
Cool. And seriously, come join us on Saturday.
yeah.
We've been working really hard on that as well. So
Yeah,
really
for
excited.
Hellfest.
Hell
Hell
Festival.
Festival.
Interactive Hell Festival. Get
Okay.
it right. Gary.
Sorry.
Okay, that's all. That's all for me.
Anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all I had to say.
Oh shit, are we done? Is that it?
Sean has a hard out at an hour.
Usually I say I don't care, but I actually happen to be editing this week's podcast. So if you want to end it at an hour, I'm not going to be mad about it.
No.
I'm not going to cause a stink though, if it goes longer, for the record. But, if you want to end it, that's fine.
Nah.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Fair enough.
I already talked about the Muppets though. Shit. Now I'm running out of I'm out of,
Stuff.
like,
What
Talk
do we go
about
over?
Metroid again.
no.
Or
Again.
your OLED Switch.
Garrett, what movies you see? You're the movie theater man. What'd you see?
No theater since last week,
Hmm.
but what have I been catching up on? Not a lot of movies. I've been playing so much Deathloop. We kind of riffed on that Cowboy Bebop live action Netflix remake, retelling, whatever
Did you
it is.
watch it?
No, it's not out yet.
Oh.
And I honestly, that was kind of the debate last week. It's like, I don't think I'm going to watch it. But there's another kind of remake, retelling, remastering trailer that came out, and that's for the Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City film.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It's a
Welcome to Raccoon City?
feature-length film for theaters. Now, I kept getting this
For
confused.
theaters?
Yeah, I thought that there was like
I thought this was a
a
Netflix
show. Yeah, and apparently there still is a show, but this is not it. This next thing that came out or is coming out, I'm sorry, in November sometime, that we got a trailer for, much like the adaptation of Bebop, it feels almost the same way. It's like not getting well received, like the Bebop trailer did not get well received. But I am
Yeah, I'm not
remaining
even bothering.
a little optimistic.
Did you see the trailer?
Yes, I saw two versions of the trailer.
Did you like it?
I liked one version of the trailer. They're mashing up the games 1 and 2 in this movie. So it's a bunch of characters that actually look like, the game characters for once. It's not like here Mila Jovovich, she wears a red dress. She's like this new thing. It's like a true to the storytelling from Capcom, at least, based on the first games, because they were kind of bouncing in the trailer I saw between the mansion and Raccoon City, like the police department, all of that stuff.
Resident Evil movies have there been?
The Mila ones
like
with
10?
Paul
Yeah.
Anderson, yeah, there's been like 8 or 9 or something like that, yeah.
Wow.
And
I
then,
can't believe it went on that long.
And she's in all of them?
yeah,
Dude, what a fucking paycheck.
yeah,
Because no one's,
Screen
I feel
gems.
like you're the only person who sees these movies.
yeah.
her
truly.
husband directs them,
yeah.
and so
Oh.
they're just like, it's just a family business.
Oh my God.
Like they just seriously.
I swear they got like some Uwe Boll, funding from a foreign country kind of deal going
it
on.
doesn't
Yeah,
matter
Capcom
if
Japan.
it makes money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this new thing, it looks... So I kind of felt like you guys did on the Bebop trailer.
Mhm.
Like, it's so, they're trying to take it so literally, but it's because it's Resident Evil. I'll go to the theater and see it. I'll be there opening night. I know I will.
Do you think you, at this point, as a Resident Evil fan, get more enjoyment out of a movie that would retail 1 and 2, or playing Resident Evil 8, The Village?
The Village.
Okay.
I loved that breath of new life into the franchise.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I feel like with a video game, they've come so far. You could tell a cinematic story in a video game. Seems like video games have more of a freedom to be creative with the stories they present as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I also feel like I could probably be more scared playing this video game than I would be watching this movie.
Oh, this is going to be like seeing cosplayers film a fucking sketch outside of Anime Expo. You know, maybe a little better budget than that, but yeah.
I was going to say also to your point, Derek, of what you're talking about, Resident Evil 8, for anyone, I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't beat it, but for those who have, it tells an original story and does stuff that Resident Evil has never done before, but also really casts light on past events in an interesting way where it's like, oh, this was a whole new thing, but also like expanded the Resident Evil universe.
For the old fans, it tied it in. Yeah.
And it's just funny. Yeah.
Didn't
like you're saying, like
anything.
movies kind of can't do that. It's like, no, he's got to look, it's got to be like this.
This trailer for the Welcome to Raccoon City already has, like, in the trailer, they're showing you, like, here's the boss. This is what the tyrant looks like. And it is like CG. I don't know if it's William 3 or if it's a tyrant, but they have this CG monstrosity in the trailer, which is like, wow, this is going to be a flop.
Who's William 3?
That's William Birkin after he transforms for the 3rd time.
William 3.
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's what we call it
Will I
on
Am's
game
brother.
FAQs.
He says we. Yeah, I think it's just
That's
him.
shorthand. I'm
William
very
3.
familiar with the.
I don't know why
Sorry.
William 3 got me.
William G3.
This ain't no William 2 shit.
Not 3G, baby. Yeah.
It's Will with 3 L's.
3 L's. Yeah, but I don't know. It's a weird thing because then I think about, again, when you were bringing that up, I thought about there was the Final Fantasy movie.
Oh yeah.
Now that was a movie where it was largely a lot of the same people who made the games were involved in making that movie.
Spirits Within, you're
Like
talking.
Square made their own CGI film division to make that movie, and they didn't care if it matched the game. They were like, no, every Final Fantasy game is a different story. So why would the movie have to copy one of those stories? Like, let's make an original story. And they did that, and I feel like people were like, what the fuck is this? It was like, this woman on I haven't seen it in a million years. What it was
It's
like,
that CG,
it looks like
They go to a
spaceship
planet.
shit.
Yeah.
It looked like Star Trek.
It did kind of. Yeah.
No, Star Trek's way cooler.
In a time where the games were getting back to almost more wood and dirt kind of RPG element looking, that was full on spaceship technology.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't know if they were back to medieval shit yet.
Wasn't like 9 and 10 coming out then?
Yeah, I can't remember the timeline of that, but maybe 9 had just come out. Maybe.
Yeah.
I just remember when I saw the CG woman, the main, who the star of the movie. I was like, that's not a person. That's CG. Now you watch it and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Terrible.
at the time, it was like, what?
It always got me when
It can't go better than this.
when they had like a bald character because they didn't have to render hair. I always thought bald characters were the most convincing, and I would be fooled. There's like an old guy,
Yeah,
an old scientist dude, big old wrinkles all over him, and I'd be like, "How is that not real?"
yeah.
Well,
That
that's
was
Ben Kingsley. You
that was
can't be telling me
nuts.
different.
I remember seeing that and being really dazzled how they executed it, and I retained none of the story.
No, none of it.
They didn't even throw like a bone to Final Fantasy though. To be fair, it was an original story, but there was like nothing. If the title had been something else, you would have never thought like, was that a Final Fantasy movie? Like it was not even in the realm of anything familiar. I just remember it being really dull, but at least it wasn't. I don't know. I'd still rather have that than Resident Evil being like, I don't know. I feel like those were kind of like cheap.
Well, it spun out so weird by adding a new character, Alice, and basing
Yeah.
it all off her. It got
Yeah, that was
so
weird.
far removed. I mean, they were just throwing in Wesker and other characters from the show
Yeah.
or from the games, I mean, but it was so out there, This hopefully sticking to the source material, like, and they're kind of like putting forefront to like minor characters like Chief Irons And the mayor of Raccoon City who was kind of like in with Umbrella, if you remember the story from 2. There's like a lot of that stuff that's happening in this new movie, which is like, okay, that's cool.
It's interesting that they're going,
We're really following the script.
Resident Evil has gone so far beyond Raccoon City
Yeah.
in the video games. That
they left that behind.
Why in the movie are they going back to 1 and 2? They've gone around the world. They literally are just like, well, let's just start over, I guess.
It's the nostalgia thing, yeah. Because that's what everything, like even with that Bebop thing, it's like, let's do it shot for shot.
But
dress them up right, aligned with the character design.
Are people nostalgic for that? Because
I think our generation is.
Well, our generation's playing the new Resident Evil. You said you prefer that.
Yeah.
This. And then, I mean, when the whole like idea of zombies in a city, didn't they just release a Resident Evil movie like 2 years ago?
And
or something like an animated one or a couple animated
Yeah.
ones?
Oh yeah, and those are
the
always
Capcom
kind of like
ones,
that too. I feel like.
There was a show, actually, the most recent thing was, and I talked about it on the podcast before, but straight to Netflix, I think it's like 6 episodes.
Of Resident Evil?
With Leon and Claire kind of fighting this big conspiracy. And it's another one of those CG
It's so
movies.
strange to me that the movies would be divergent, but
4
instead
episodes.
of diverging and
Yeah.
going down their own path or a separate path, they're just going to circle around back to what the games did
Yeah.
20 years ago and pick up from there. But then the games themselves are like, we're fucking done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna say with that, I remember they went back to that for Resident Evil 6. You were back in the fucking city with a bunch of zombies, and I just felt like the reaction was largely like enough. Like
It's
I'm
funny. I feel like it's the kind of thing too. I think everyone would be more inclined to see the Resident Evil 4 movie if they
I
were to
still
do that.
can't believe they've done that.
But
or they haven't done that.
I feel like it's the kind of thing where, remember when George Lucas did like, I'm going to do all the movies in 3D or something like this?
Yeah.
But I'm going to start with the prequels, and if those don't do well, then you're not going to get the 4, 5, 6.
That's what this could be.
And I think that's what it is, where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you have to earn it. If you really want to see the one you really want, you have to, give me money. I don't know. It's
We have
shitty.
the thing we know is going to be a hit.
You have
We're
to
not
suffer
going to
through
make that. We're going to
Yeah.
make the thing we know is going to be a piece of shit. Nobody's
Yeah.
going to
And we'll
watch.
cross our
you
fingers.
have,
That
We'll make more money
that
if we
really-
could dangle this over people's heads.
that really was the funniest thing. That was literally when Episode 1 Star Wars 3D came
Yeah.
out. It was, well, we're gonna do them all, but only if this does well, and it didn't.
and there was like a whole petition of people trying to be like, you guys, we have to go see it
Yeah.
to get to the ones we want. It's
Yeah.
like, no, don't fall for this.
What's funny is that didn't happen, and then they were just bought by Disney, you know?
Yeah.
And then what I thought was funny was then I think, they do that Star Wars convention celebration, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And they did that event like 5 years later, and they were like, hey, it was the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. And they were like, hey, for a special presentation today, we got the movie in 3D. We're going to handle everyone. Like they had already done it. It wasn't like, oh, we don't know if we can work on it.
Right.
Unless the first one does good. They were like, no, George already did he already
All
did
of them.
these. So
He's never released.
Yeah, he's just
no,
waiting.
yeah, they bought, I think they just gave up on it.
You made them. Put them out.
So yeah, they were they gave everyone in the panel hall 3D glasses, and they're like, we're just gonna play the movie. If you want to stick around, here it is in 3D. That's the only time it's ever been shown in 3D.
Wow.
That one time.
That one time. And I just think it's funny, episode 2 to this day, never seen in 3D. It just
Well,
I thought
Nobody
it was since
cared.
you made it to
We don't
theaters.
need
It
to see
didn't they didn't get that one?
What's
Fuck.
that? No.
I thought, oh man.
And that's
I
what I remember when episode 1 happened. It was like, well, even if this does kind of well, no one's going to Attack
Yeah,
of the
no
Clones.
one's
No
is-
way.
If they really wanted to make the money, they would just do the first. I mean, they would do 4, 5, 6, and then you could try the other ones. I guess.
yeah.
I guess.
Plus, you're forcing me to watch them in chronological order. I don't do that.
No, I don't do that.
I do the way they were released, not the canon chronological bullshit.
I still, over the last week, have had so many people tell me, I've been dying to start The Sopranos. I just watched the movie first, and I did, because it takes place before.
Yeah.
That movie spoils so much shit about the show in 40 seconds.
wow.
Really?
In the first 40 seconds, he's literally a character says what happened to him.
Yeah.
That's an end of the show thing.
Yeah.
So just saying. That's all.
Just saying.
Interesting.
Just watch it in the order it was released.
Yeah.
That goes.
Hey,
that goes for everything.
There's that new Star Wars show on Disney Plus. I don't know what it's called. I forget.
Visions.
Visions.
yeah.
I think I've reached a limit, and I don't give a fuck about Star Wars anymore.
Welcome to the club, man.
you
you and me.
Like The Mandalorian, I've already invested myself into that. I'll keep watching that. But even this new Boba Fett show is like,
And I got a Star
Yeah.
Wars tattoo. What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
I still would say I like Star Wars, but I also I enjoyed The Mandalorian, but I also don't hold it on a pedestal.
no,
either. I'm like,
this is fun.
this was a fun show to watch. My life doesn't make or break if they make more. And yeah, the Boba Fett thing.
I've really,
Cool. That's
I've,
cool.
I've come to the realization that yes, I like Star Wars, but more than that, I like what the original Star Wars represented to me.
Yeah.
Which was an era in the late 70s and early 80s, that science fiction, the
Yeah.
fantasy world
Oh,
of those
definitely,
movies.
Yeah.
And it's very much rooted in my love of late 70s and early 80s movies, you know? I felt like when these new Star Wars movies came out, and even the prequels, it was always like, well, I like Star Wars, and this is Star Wars, therefore I need to find a way to like these things. But then as time goes on and more things get released and Disney, bought it and has commodified it so much, I'm just like, I mean, this is Star Wars, yeah, but I think what I got out of Star Wars, the joy I got from it was I was a kid and those were the movies that were out.
Yeah.
And they're bigger in my mind.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like even today, if you were to ask kids today what their favorite Star Wars is, they'd probably say the new ones.
Oh, definitely.
Because those are the ones that came out when they were kids.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that yesterday. I was like, everyone bags on those latest ones that came out, but we're only 6 years away from them being the best ones. In 6 years, get ready. That will be the discourse. Is how good was Rey? What's her face will show up to events and they'll be.
I do love Rey. So
Yeah,
I'm on that train already.
Well, I wanted to say though, to that point, for me, I have honestly enjoyed the things that they've put out, and I really liked this Visions show that came out, but it is all at the same level to me, where it's all, I've said this a million times, it's all extra.
Sure.
The thing that I was invested in concluded.
yeah.
So this has all been it's like going to get frozen yogurt. That's the level it's at. It's like, yeah, a new thing. Okay.
You know
Yeah,
what?
Okay.
I feel
I
like-
enjoy it at that level. It's not oh fuck, I just watched the fucking Mandalorian. Oh my, you know what I mean?
I think
Yeah, they're ancillary products.
Yeah, and
do
I
you
think
think
they're fun, but yeah.
That's the best way to describe all of these feelings that I have for the Resident Evil movies and all this stuff. It's just extra.
Yeah.
The Star Wars Visions, I liked it the same way I liked all those Mila Jovovich Resident Evil movies.
Oh yeah.
I love the first game. Might be the best video game ever made. Everything else was extra.
Yeah.
I love the first Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah.
Everything else, just extra. That might be the best way to... It's good, but...
And this is why
It's extra.
Friday the 13th, the Jason series, is the only series on Earth that actually got better as it went on.
Jason 10 is what
Jason 10 Jason 10 is 1,000 times better than Friday the 13th Part 1.
I'm gonna,
you know what?
He goes to
one up.
space.
I've seen one. I haven't seen 10.
I can name a franchise that does all the same things you just said.
What?
Go ahead.
The Fast and Furious series
Nah,
did the same
jumps
thing.
the shark.
They got
Jumps the
bigger.
shark.
They all got better. The last one was better than the one before it, but and eventually did make they're sort of in space.
I mean, yeah,
okay,
because I saw the first one and I really did not like it.
Yeah.
See, I would say the first one, here's where I would legitimately disagree, Rocco. The first Fast and Furious movie, despite what Sean says, is a legitimately good standalone movie. It's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
And so
I
based
hate
on the strength of that, they survived a couple of shitty movies
Yeah.
and then kind of changed what they were doing and rediscovered their purpose. But with Friday the 13th, you could argue that the first movie actually sucks and is not very good.
I agree with that.
I could argue that.
I
And
agree.
As they
That's
went
true.
on, even the second movie, I think, kind of sucks and is not very good.
Yeah.
And then in the third movie, you finally get the hockey mask and it starts embracing this goofiness of it where it kind of hits its stride. So it doesn't live off of, even like Rambo. The first movie, First Blood, is so good.
Yeah.
Then you have a bunch of shitty movies, but it's like, oh, that first one's so good.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, you can't say the first one is so good. I mean, you can. I love it, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a shit movie.
You got a point there.
Yeah.
So I stand with my statement. It's the greatest series of all time because
Wow.
it's the only one that gets better over time. And every other series gets worse over time. You can't even argue against it.
Spider-Man, dude.
Sorry, Halloween Kills.
Did you see Halloween Kills?
It's not out yet.
Oh.
But I'll be there.
I heard the reviews are really good. Did you see the last
Yeah.
one with Jamie Lee Curtis?
No, I have to see that too because
Jeez, you're slipping. I didn't see it either.
I spent a whole
Somehow I'm the only one here that saw that.
I spent a whole hour like researching how many Halloween timelines there are.
Okay. Wow.
And
how many are there?
I think there's 5 if you count the
Oh my
Rob
God.
Zombie.
I think I saw this. I think I saw a graphic where somebody explained.
So
it.
there's
Yeah.
the Laurie Strode timeline that Jamie Lee Curtis is in.
Well, and most of them include the first film. Like several timelines include several films
Okay.
in themselves. It's just like they branch off.
So the
at 2
first
and
film
3.
is about Michael Myers fighting Jamie Lee Curtis. The second film is also about that. Happens
Yes.
the same night, just a few hours later.
Wait. Oh.
and then you got Season of the Witch.
The third film
Completely
is totally
removed.
unrelated and is about haunted magical Halloween masks.
That's the best timeline.
Yeah.
But then back to
Yeah.
what's the next one?
Then the fourth one is about Jamie Lee Curtis isn't in it, but there's like a little girl who's related to Michael Myers. But is that still the Laurie Strode timeline?
I'm not sure like what to call each timeline.
Okay.
But there's a point where they start branching off, and then like one of them ends with Halloween H2O,
Right. Okay. So then the
where
fourth
Laurie
one,
Strode comes back and Jamie Lee Curtis.
You're right. The fourth
Jamie
one
Lee
and the
Curtis
fifth
returns.
one. I think Paul Rudd is in the fifth one, and he's like Michael Myers' cousin's friend or something.
Right.
Wow.
Michael Myers is stalking them, and then at some point, yeah, they're like Halloween H2O. Forget all those other movies. Those
Yeah.
were just movies.
Yeah.
Oh, this is real.
This is
Yeah,
real.
this movie's real life.
Yeah, I have this here. This is what I was looking for.
The one with Busta Rhymes is the reality TV show.
Right.
Halloween, the original Halloween, splinters 2 ways, and one is the new one because that's its own continuity. That takes place. That new one takes place right after the original Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, years
4 years
after.
later.
Yeah. Or it goes the other way to Halloween 2, and then Halloween H2O actually is meant to just take the place after 2. Is meant to like be the next one after 2.
Right.
Or from Halloween 2 you could go to Halloween 4.
Uh-huh.
That's
if that
an
makes
alternate
sense.
timeline.
Like these are it
That's-
branches off from
So
there.
the first movie splinters in 2 directions, and
Yes.
the second movie also splinters in
Yes.
2 directions.
Yes.
And then the third movie is a standalone movie, and then the Rob Zombie franchise is a
standalone.
reinterpretation
Yeah.
of the whole thing.
Halloween 3 is the only film in what they call the anthology universe.
Yes.
Because that was
some anthology, one film,
the anthology of one.
one fucking movie. Oh,
should-
world's greatest anthology.
Why don't they just call it the like trick or treat universe? Give it any name; it doesn't matter.
But
Anyway,
whatever-
and then the reboot universe.
This
is the other one.
reboot universe I'm interested in because it's 4 movies. Halloween Kills is about to come. No, I'm sorry. It's gonna be 4. Halloween Kills.
These aren't a reboot. No, these
Oh,
are
no.
these are branched off from the original Halloween. They're continuing from that.
Okay, that's whatever you call this current universe. This new movie is about to
Branchverse.
come out called Halloween Kills in
Yeah.
2023 or 4. Halloween Ends is
Yeah.
going to be the final one.
I'm gonna line up now.
Yep, they're never going to make another one.
And yeah, the 1978
Yeah,
is like number 1.
yeah.
And then Halloween 2 or whatever is number 2, and then it's this one from last year. And
If
I need to
was,
rewatch all of these.
If I was
basically.
thinking Halloween Ends, first of all, I would change the name to Halloween is canceled.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
and they
good.
find out that Michael Myers is killing people, and that's fucked up. So they cancel it.
Yeah, that's wrong,
Yeah.
bro.
And they say they ban the mask.
And it's kids.
You
can't kill
can't
kids.
sell the mask anymore.
Yeah, seriously.
and they threaten to ban Halloween, the holiday, if Michael Myers doesn't
Knock it off.
knock his
right.
shit off. And guess what? I'm gonna spoil the movie. He doesn't knock his shit off.
Oh,
He goes
Damn it,
after
so-
couples having sex.
So, but they literally
That's kink shaming.
They literally cancel the holiday, and they cancel the guy, Mr. Halloween.
the actor. who
Yeah, but
plays
what's
him.
so scary is he's like, I can't be canceled, and he keeps killing people.
They
So where do you
cancel-
go from there?
They even cancel Captain Kirk because they based that mask off him.
oh
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
that-
William Shatner can't.
They're sending
can't
him to
work
space.
anymore. Yeah,
They're sending his
Um,
ass right up there with Elon.
They
Cancel
should.
him.
Michael Myers should be pissed off. He's like, I'm trying to clear my name, but the media won't let me. The
Yeah.
media is being so bad. The media. What a fucking twist this would be. Oh my God, this would be everyone is going to agree with me too.
Yeah.
Talks.
No. He's going to be a moment to himself. Like, because already that's a twist.
Yeah.
Like, he's talking to himself. Like, the media, like these fucking liberals control the media. And they won't let me clear my name. They won't let me get in there. And then he hears there's someone sitting on a park bench and they're like, I know how to get through the media because I had to do it myself. And you turn and it's fucking Tom from Halloween 3 when he had to get the TV networks to stop showing the signal that made kids turn into bugs.
Turn it off.
And then you bridge the universes.
No.
And then it
Season
goes
of
into
the Witch.
Halloween 3 show. He's like, my friends at Silver Shamrock know how to get into the media. And they have to team up with Silver Shamrock. One more day till Halloween. How good does that sound?
It's annoying.
I gotta go with Jared.
As a Halloween fan,
You're
to have a conversation where Halloween 3 is constantly brought up. Fucking get off it. It's
That's
a
his favorite
horrible
one.
film.
No, that's good. I liked
It's
it.
awful.
I can't wait. I'm gonna watch it one day.
Anyways,
He
we're
hasn't
talking
done that
about
for
Michael
Movie Club?
Myers.
No, he
And
hasn't picked that.
don't give him any ideas.
I almost picked that for Movie Club, but I just knew it was going to be an angry experience.
I would watch it.
You could pick it, but I will tell you now, my retaliation would be to pick every single other Halloween movie
That's fine.
in order.
I wouldn't mind
just
watching
to
those.
wash the taste out.
That'd be fun.
I had only seen 3 for years, and then I saw 1 finally like a year ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Wow.
sorry.
That was
I
my
got
only.
so
That was my only
enraged.
context.
No, it's
for
okay.
a long time.
Halloween 3 brings it out of me.
It's
There was
We're
a
big Mike
maze
Oldfield,
being. There was
Tubular
a
Bells fans.
there was a maze being set up. You know, they do the like Halloween Horror Nights at Universal.
yeah.
They work on that stuff just like Knott's. They work on that stuff all year where they're making these mazes backstage, you know, and stuff like that. And for a while earlier this year, they were building the factory from Halloween 3 that like made the masks. So people were like, are they really going to make a whole maze around that? And then as Halloween got closer, they saw it all get torn down and they never did.
Oh.
It's like, what happened there? So anyway,
Oh, really?
that was the last I heard about
Lack
Halloween
of
3.
interest.
Mask Factory. No
would've
one
been
got
just
the
rock
They were
Rocco.
building like a Silver Shamrock like production, whatever the company
Wow.
was in the movie. And then they saw it backstage come down and they're like, did they move it?
They had a
No.
marketing company do some research. They're like, literally one guy will visit this.
I honestly think they delayed the movie because the movie was going to come out in 2020 and they delayed it a year.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Universal Studios, this is my theory, that Universal Studios didn't get the memo and had plans to do a Halloween 3 maze, started building it, and then the people who own the franchise came in like, this is confusing as fuck. You're making a Halloween themed maze, but it's about these fucking kids in masks. Like, don't you think that was something that would happen?
Yeah.
Like the movie
Yeah.
people would step in like, yo, if this has nothing to do with Michael Myers, fuck off.
And some art director is
went,
going,
"All
no, this film reached cult status. It gets memed all over every year.
I guarantee that's what happened.
And he had his little heart
The
broken when
movie
they tore
marketing
it down.
people, movie marketing people stepped in and went like, why are we paying attention to this?
It would have been so good. You go into the factory and they have a guy in a frog mask. Then you go around the corner and there's a guy with a pumpkin mask on. Boop, boop, boop.
It was not a frog, it was
Third
a
mask.
witch.
And then they have a guy in a skeleton mask. Riggedy-giggedy, my bones rattle.
Dude, they got Jack Black.
Then and he's played by Jack Black because that's the only way they can make this interesting. Then they send you out because that's all there is to that movie.
They would probably play the TV with that thing going on a loop on it, but I don't know what else
That
they could do. There's
we-
no other threat.
Ooh, that earworm.
There's just that TV show. Yeah.
in
Seriously,
your
they'd
head.
be playing a TV show. Don't look at that. All right, I won't.
There's
Well,
literally
there's the
no
exit.
other threat.
There's no other threat other than your time.
Turn the TV off.
So yeah, anyway.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that was fun.
What's your real quick before we end this? What is your favorite horror movie? Like the top one, period. That's my favorite horror movie. Because you talk about horror movies all the time, Derek, but I don't actually know what's your number
hard to
one.
pick.
Like, what would you, from your opinion, just anybody here, but I'm specifically curious about yours. I don't actually know what your favorite one
I don't
is.
know. I don't have a favorite any movie anymore because I feel like really depends on what mood you're in.
Yeah.
But I think if we're going to get into it, I would say my favorite slasher is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Even though I like the Friday the 13th series better, I think that's like the perfect standalone. Probably, honestly, that might be my favorite horror movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. As cliche as that is.
Toby Hooper, baby.
I think it's really good. The Exorcist for a demonic movie, even though the more time goes on, I feel like the less impact that movie has. I love Scream because I saw it when I was 12, so it always have a special place in my heart. Same with Return of the Living Dead, probably my favorite zombie movie. Yeah. So it's complicated. It's complicated, but one of those probably.
I've never seen a frame of Scream. I don't know anything about it, and I've never seen. Yeah, that's one thing. I've seen at least a little of most of what you just mentioned. I have seen, but
those are Wes Craven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scream's good, dude.
Scream's awesome.
Matthew Lillard is fucking great.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Classic.
Are they all good, or is it just the first one?
The first
first
one
one.
is great, and then you'll probably enjoy watching the other ones, but they're not all as good as the first
Is
one.
Jamie Kennedy in the first one?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Honestly, I'm worried. I'm thinking of Scary Movie bits.
He's in the first 3.
because Scary Movie makes so much fun of Scream, and I haven't seen them both in about 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't that suck? In my mind, those are almost merged.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's awful. The Scary Movie used so much of the iconic visuals from that.
Right.
That in my mind, it's like,
I used to love Scary Movie.
Me too.
So much.
Yeah, the
Anna
first-
Faris is so
I just
good in
remember
that.
the first one came out, and I remember feeling like it was kind of bold. Like,
Wow.
whoa, they really just rip these movies off and rip them a new one. Wow. I felt like at that time, I've never seen that before.
God.
Yeah.
But 2, I do remember when 2 came out thinking, no, this is bad. This is
The
not
first
good.
one was unique.
Yeah.
And then
A lot of people might not remember this too. I was on, again, I always bring this up. I was on the internet when I was very young, and I remember there were rumors for years about how Scary Movie 2, they were going to get Marlon Brando. They thought it would be so funny. I guess the writers said it in some interview, but they're like, we want Marlon Brando to play the priest in this movie because we think it'd be so funny to have the greatest actor be in this stupid movie. And I think he agreed to it or something, but there was a stretch of time where Scary Movie 2 was going to be Marlon Brando, and they were getting the best actors. And then it got closer, and it's like, yeah, none of those actors are going to do it. We got our runner-up though, James Woods.
Yeah.
And that's who, that
Yeah.
role,
He's
whoever
the
James
priest.
Woods plays,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
supposed
gonna
to
be
be
Marlon
Marlon
too.
Brando.
I think he takes a shit, and it's so smelly, a bunch of flies land on his face.
Yeah.
I
I think you're right.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. They do a parody of The Exorcist, and in The Exorcist,
flies.
there's a bunch of flies
Yeah.
all over because it's demonic, but it's Scary Movie 2. There's a bunch of flies all over everywhere because James Woods is taking a stinky shit.
Well, that was going to be The Godfather.
Oh, love them
That was
ways.
going to be Marlon Brando.
Hey, we're laughing.
we're laughing now.
Yeah. It's very scatological.
We're laughing.
We're
talking
laughing.
about it.
It's just when I said Jamie Kennedy, I initially thought no, he wasn't in Scream. He was in Scary Movie. Jamie Kennedy would
No,
be.
he was the comic
Yeah,
relief.
I know,
would be in
I know,
Scary
I know.
Movie though, right?
It kind of murkies the water a
Probably
little
in
bit.
both.
But yeah,
Hey, really though, Scream is great. If you haven't seen Scream out there, watch it. It's a
Yeah.
great horror movie, holiday horror movie. I recommend Scream.
Yeah, I will watch that at some point. I just wanted to say though, last thing on Scary Movie 2 is the classic example of a joke that is made that it absolutely has a shelf life. And then, there's some jokes that that's from that time, but I know what you're referencing.
Yeah.
And then there's ones that are I have to do research. I don't
what-
know. There is
what
a
was
whole 2 minutes of Scary Movie 2 where they're playing basketball in darkness. And it's a parody of a Nike commercial.
Oh, there was a Nike commercial
that was airing at that
Right.
time.
Those movies
no
do
one
have
has
stuff like
any
that.
context. And
You're
I've
right.
seen people literally tweet out I just watched the Scary Movie series. Why were they dribbling the basketball in a dark room for 6 minutes? I'm
Yeah, because
holy
in the
shit.
first movie, Scary Movie 2, they just rehash all the jokes from the first movie.
Yeah.
And in the first one, they had the whole killer on the phone. What's up?
Oh yeah. But even
Right.
today,
But it-
people know that.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but they just needed another commercial to parody.
Yeah, yeah.
But even if they don't know that commercial ever existed, it's still the guy going, "Yeah, what's up?"
Yeah.
A kid
You don't
would
think
think it's
about
funny.
it. You just
That's
move
true.
on. But
Yeah.
them playing basketball, dribbling the ball and looking at the camera. It's like, yeah, how does this pay off? It doesn't. Okay. It's really weird. I've seen multiple people.
The payoff is if you Google it and then you have to find the YouTube video to see the commercial and then you're hysterical.
Side by side YouTube video.
What a payoff.
I just remember that line of movie thinking led to Meet the Spartans. And we did that video about it. But I remember almost nothing from Meet the Spartans, except at one point a robot came in and they were like, oh no, is the robot going to kill us? And they were like, no, worse. And then they turned it on and it was playing Leave Britney Alone on a screen.
They got to YouTube. They started parodying.
I just remember that came on and it was like no reaction. It was like,
I remember they had the hole from 300.
Kick down the hole.
Kick down the hole.
They kept kicking things down
Did
the
they
hole.
kick Baby
Yeah.
Shrek?
Yeah, I think they kicked Baby Shrek down the hole.
Yeah.
Yep. Baby Shrek.
Baby Shrek goes right down.
I think they kick Britney Spears down the hole.
Yes.
I think
Yep.
they kicked pregnant Britney Spears down the hole or something.
And
funny.
and for some reason, in the mix of all that, Carmen Electra was Venom.
Will they kick her down the
That's
hole?
all
Wait,
I
like
remember.
from Spider-Man?
Was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. Carmen Electra was Venom.
If the movie
I don't think I
was
made that up.
nothing but them kicking things down the hole, it would have been way better.
I would love. We should do movie club where we could skip scary movie, but we should just watch all those other parody movies.
Yeah, disaster movie and
Yeah,
epic movie
and
or
teen
whatever.
movie or not another teen
Kentucky
movie.
Fried
Yeah,
No.
not another teen movie. I think was weirdly enough. I think by a different team or something.
Doesn't matter.
No, it
Date
doesn't.
movie.
They get worse
I just
and
remember
worse.
what was fucking nuts about not another teen movie. Now, keep in mind, I was probably in junior high or early high school when this happened, but I just remember they had just changed the cast of Power Rangers, and there was a new Yellow Ranger, and then that season ended, and then she was naked in not another teen movie. She was like, she was a foreign exchange student that
my
never wore
God.
clothes to school,
Oh my
or something.
goodness.
And at the time, it was like, I remember going on internet news groups, and people were like, "How could she do this?" I was like, I don't think this is bad. I'm like, is this bad?
Rocco was
person
on
just-
the opposite end. He
Yeah, I was just like,
yes.
where do they have this movie?
Sign me up.
And people were just like, was it? She's supposed to be a hero.
Yeah, no, Mima.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Heroes don't do that.
Heroes don't do
Heroes
that.
never get naked.
Heroes don't do that.
They
Heroes
never
don't
take
do
off their
that.
Mima,
clothes.
son. You're ruining your career, Mima. This is Perfect Blue reference.
Oh, okay.
Watch
for,
a fucking anime.
For a second, I was like,
Watch a fucking anime. If you're watching this podcast, watch a fucking anime.
would it
I've
kill you
seen
to
that.
watch an anime?
Hey, even I've seen that one. So if you haven't, what's your excuse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even this fucking Padre season pass holding white bread fuck has
Yeah.
seen Perfect Blue.
This fucking white banana right here has seen it.
This fastball pitcher at 169 miles an hour.
This guy,
Yeah. Throws heat.
Mr. Baseball here has seen Perfect Blue. What's your
Yeah,
excuse?
Major League over here.
This is his favorite horror film.
Tony Gwynn,
Chatfield's on the
Manny
mound.
Machado, Ken Caminetti,
Get the swag chain ready.
Ricky Hendrickson. I know some more Padres. Hold on.
Supposed to take the hat off, dog.
Ty Cobb over here.
All right, knock it out the park.
Who's the second best? Who's the Slam Diego guy? Not Manny Machado.
Tatis?
Ken Kamen. Oh.
Yeah.
Tatis Jr.?
Yeah,
Tatis.
it's Tatis over here.
Tatis.
Imagine if Tatis got tattoos on his titties.
This is a child's helmet that I made into a Padres helmet, so it doesn't really fit correctly.
You made that?
Yeah.
Dang, that's good craftsmanship. You painted it brown. You put the SD on it.
Did you use a
Jenny helped
really
me with
good.
that.
Oh, you use a cricket?
Yeah, we used the vinyl cutter and I stuck it like a sticker.
Dang, that's really good.
Thank you.
But it is
for you, buddy.
unsanctioned. It is unofficial. So I think we should get it off our set so we get the real thing here. It looks like your brain
Weren't
is
we
being
trying to-
squeezed.
weren't we
it's
trying-
very tight.
Were we
Someone
trying to
send
get
them.
you
very
to
tight.
throw the first pitch and you're
Yeah.
bootlegging their
We're
merch?
trying to throw the
I don't
first
know.
pitch.
All right.
It's going to happen.
Maybe
think-
someone will send
I
in a
think you
real
got brain
helmet.
damage. We got to go. Good night.